What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and today we're going to be looking at the new uniforms, and in this video we're going to be looking at Thor's new uniform. So let's go ahead and select it here. Alright, so we have Unworthy Thor here, and uniform bonus is all damage received reduced by 15%. That is massive. 15% reduction in damage, that will really help his survivability. And it's one of the only uniforms that helps with survivability by this much, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and look here at the skill changes. So he has 4 skills that are going to be changed. So pretty much all of his skills except for one are getting changed here. New animation, and let's jump in there and see what they look like. Alright, there we go. So we have Thor ready to go here. So it looks like the only skill that did not get changed is the 3-star skill, which is this one. Yep, that is still the same as without the uniform. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look at the 1-star. Alright, so it looks like you just have a bigger area of effect here. It looks like more lightning bolts come down. So we're going to get a little more damage in with that attack, so that's nice. Now let's look at the 2-star. Okay, so kind of like a spinning attack like Black Dwarf does a little bit. That's what it reminds me of. So not too bad, actually a good crowd control. He does like 4 or 5 hits and then does a nice big swing at the end there. And it looks like it has a chance to apply a stun to them, or stun with lightning, that is. Yeah, because it doesn't happen every time, unless that's just a, unless that's from something else that I don't remember. But, anyway, that is definitely a welcome change to his previous one, where he just hits them twice with the hammer while he's spinning it. And now let's go ahead and look at his 5-star skill. Ooh, okay. So he has a pierce attack, so this is going to be good for crowds. Boom, boom, and bam. Okay. So I definitely like that change, as opposed to where he just holds his hammer up in the air and it summons some lightning bolts around him to hit the enemies. So this is definitely looks a lot cooler, and I think it will actually be more useful in the game modes than the previous one. Alright, now finally let's look at his 6-star. Alright, awesome. So it looks like the change in this one is that ground pound at the end there. So pretty much, yep, gets them all in like a vortex. It swirls them around him a little bit, and then boom, hits the ground, knocking them away with doing some extra damage. And also makes it a little safer, because then it'll knock the enemy back so you have time to recover or go run away, basically. But with the update, the change to this skill natively for without the uniform, non-tier 2, doesn't matter. When you use this skill, as you can see, he now gets a guard. So you can see that up here, every time he uses the skill, he gets a guard, which is really nice, because that's going to help his survivability quite a bit. Because before, when he did this attack, the enemies can just be swinging at him, and he could take a lot of damage while trying to use that attack, which is by far his best attack because it does the most damage. So let's see. Overall, the changes to his skills, the buffs from the uniform, makes Thor a viable character now, actually. So before, he was not a very good character. He could not do many game modes efficiently. He did have pretty good burst DPS, but he would die pretty quickly. So now with these changes, with having the guard, with having the reduced damage taken from the uniform, and just the stat increase from the uniform itself, it will make Thor actually a viable character. So, where is this uniform going to be good then? So, in my opinion, it's going to work best, of course, in Shadowland, because that's where you can actually use these multi-hit attacks to your advantage, because then it will actually stun the enemies so that they're not fighting back while hitting them, whereas in World Boss, if you use this attack, they're just going to basically slap you while you're in the middle of the attack and kill you. So that's always nice. And then, let's see, the other place that the uniform will probably be useful is going to be Extreme Alliance mode, because he's a universal hero, So as of right now, the best option, of course, for Universal Hero is going to be Hellstrom. But if you don't have him, then Thor would be a nice backup option, or just someone to take along with him, something like that, because now you have this attack to help take out mobs, you have this attack to pierce through the mobs and do damage, and then of course you can do his regular attack, but using his 6-star attack will leave you open to getting hit by the meteorites, so you definitely would prefer to use his 2-star skill, because that keeps you moving. So definitely, in my opinion, if you want to be able to use Thor, if Thor is a character that you like, the uniform is going to be a must-have, because it now makes him viable in other game modes and will help him be able to clear them more efficiently. Whereas before, he definitely had a lot of problems clearing them, and most of the time he probably could not clear them, especially on his own. He would need help. But with this uniform, I think he might be able to solo probably a few floors in Shadowland. I'll have to check that out, but it definitely seems like these changes will help him to keep the enemies locked down more, and will also help me in Extreme Alliance mode, where I will try him out, because I do plan on picking up this uniform. So I hope that helps you in your decision if you want to get the uniform, and I will catch you in the next one.